Okay, so let's see if I can make sense of this. Usually I don't go live, I just make a video and then post that, but maybe I can get my German mind uh, at ease and just showing you this. See, there's an issue that all agency owners have, all business owners have this, and you get leads and you can't reach them. I think it is the fault not of the lead, but of the person that's supposed to follow up. There is research, and we talk about this in my coaching a lot, that shows that you need to contact the leads virtually immediately. There are solutions to this, and basically what the solution is when you look at this here, you trigger a lead somewhere, and that lead immediately gets called. And there is a software called Chirply. Chirply is able to do this. I'm going to show you this. There's other solutions as well. And I'm selling Chirply, and if you stay through the end, I'm going to show you where you can get Chirply at a pretty good discount. But I want to show you other solutions as well, so that you don't think it's just Chirply. There is a solution that I have used for doctors, and it's called Speak to Leads. And basically they explain it too. You can go to speaktoleads.com and check it out, what they do. Basically you fill out a form somewhere on the web, then your rep's phone rings, and within a couple of seconds that rep actually hears that they have a new lead, and they can push a button, and that button will then connect them to the lead. Now, when you look at the pricing that they have here, you see they basically start at $370 a month for 200 leads. And once you get up to 300 leads, you see there's 450 per month. So this is not an inexpensive solution. And this is basically also a solution where you have to work it in yourself. So this is basically just a tool. Now there is another company that does this also. They're called Upcall, and they basically outsource the entire thing. You basically just send them your leads, and they call them and qualify them and set your appointments. And you can see here when you look at their pricing, they don't publish it, and you know exactly what that means. Usually these services are worth their money. So it's not like this is something that just because they don't publish their price, it's going to be expensive, but it is worth the money. Now, there is a software that you can get. It's called Chirply. And, somewhere down here, there's going to be a link of where you can buy this. And I have set Chirply up for one of my side businesses called Patron Multiplier. You can go to patronmultiplier.com and check out, if you watch this video here. It's basically an SMS autoresponder that automatically collects a customer list and then lets the business owner broadcast to that list via SMS. SMS get opened and so on. So that's one feature that's in Chirply, but there's another feature in Chirply that's pretty cool, and it's called a sales bridge. And how do you set the sales bridge up? Basically what you do is you go into templates. You see here there's a sales bridge template, and I've set one up because I wanted to demo how you do this with high level. You can do this with ClickFunnels, you can do this with Facebook lead ads, and so on. So basically what happens is when a lead comes in, it uses a phone number to call out, to connect to the sales agent. And right now my sales agent number that I have set up for this is just another number that's in this here. But when you go into the edit function here, you can see that you can set up any phone number in your sales bridge. So essentially what happens is a lead comes in from whatever source, and I'm just going to show you that here in a little bit with Facebook leads ads, that a phone call gets triggered to a number of sales agents. You see here you can add additional numbers. And so their phones ring, and the one who picks it up basically just hears press 1. And when they press 1, when they're ready, they get connected to that lead. If they're not ready, they're not pressing 1. So if you have several agents that are ready or not ready, they can just get that lead, and it happens immediately when the lead comes in. Now, how do you feed that into Chirply? Well, basically you have a lead source, and you see here I have 2 zaps set up in my account. The first one is where I demoed it with High Level, and actually when you go to salesbridge.icu and you watch the video, you can see how I demoed it with High Level, how it works there. You can do it with ClickFunnels, you can do it with whatever. And the demo here that I have here is a SalesBridge example coming in with a lead ad from Facebook. So, and I've set this up. If you know a little bit about Zapier, you don't need me to show you how you start from the beginning with this. But basically what you have is you have a page, you have a lead ad. This is actually Pretty Lady Facture, which is a previous page that I ran for one of my clients who unfortunately got forced into retirement. And there is a cool sculpting lead ad on there that I've created an example for. And when a lead gets published right there, or when a lead turns into that lead ad, it basically goes into Chirply. And in Chirply, it grabs the sales bridge. You take the phone number from your lead ad, and then you can also send a message to the sales guy. And I just said, hey, you got a lead, press 1 to connect. And when that happens, it just triggers the call immediately to the sales guy. The sales guy or gal pushes a button and gets connected to the lead. So let's see if I can demo it for you to see what happens when you do this. Let's see if that works here. You see the zap is off. I'm not sure if I can still test it here somewhere. Okay, let's retest it. Let's see. Okay, so what you should hear right now is ringing coming in. And what happens here is because the phone number is coming into this, into Chirply itself, that's why Chirply rings. So I pick up the phone, and I don't know if it displays it or not, but basically when you press 1, now it just connects with the lead. This is a test lead, so it's not going to connect. When I hang up, then it pops up with a disposition, and with the disposition you can choose if the lead is reached or not reached. And if the lead is not reached, so I'm just going to skip this here. If the lead is not reached, what basically happens is, let's go to where are my campaigns? Right there's my campaigns, and I've set up a follow-up campaign with campaigns that are in Chirply as well, and you see it immediate triggers the sales bridge. And if it is not reached in 15 minutes, it will trigger another call. So, and I can add to this, there are statistics that show that you need to reach somebody within 30 minutes. And if you can't, it makes no difference if you reach them today or tomorrow or the next day. So what you need to really do is you need to try to get them on the phone within 5 minutes, and if not, within 30 minutes. And that's how you can set up campaigns here. It makes it easy to do. And basically what I did is with my disposition, I actually, if the lead is reached, I unsubscribe them from that campaign. And so I let the salesperson decide, are they going to reach them or are they not going to reach them? If the salesperson itself has a sub-user here in Chirply, but you can also call them on their cell number, and then somebody else would need to do this, or you would not be able to automate it. But basically that's what the sales bridge is. Now the question becomes is what's the cost to this? Chirply is actually, if you go to Chirply.io, fairly expensive software as well. And when you go to the bottom here, you can see that there's a platinum plan that's $997. There's a starter plan that's $97. Now you see here, starter plan has 2 phone numbers, 2 autoresponders, has a sales bridge or two sales bridges. So if you just set this up for a business, you could just, for a single business, you could just go and just buy the starter plan for $97 a month. Or if you're an agency, you could go and buy the platinum for $997. However, if you go to salesbridge.icu, and the link should be somewhere in there right now, I'm going to sell you my Patron Multiplier version here for $19.97 per month. Actually, I wanted to set it up as well that I sell you a high-level account with it. I have this set up, but it's another link. I'll just drop the links at the bottom of this thing. If you want a high-level account with it, it's $50 a month. If you just want Chirply, it's $19.97 a month, and you should be able to do what I just showed you. Should be able to connect any client to it. Now, there's a drawback to it, and that is that that Chirply is not HIPAA compliant. So if you do this for medical, you need to do it in a market where you are actually sure that you don't need HIPAA. We could go HIPAA with Chirply. I'm a partner with Tier 5 that sells Chirply. That's why I'm able to sell it at this price right now. But if you're using it for a doctor that is HIPAA compliant, you can't do it this way. You actually have to use one of the other services, but no matter what, as long as you can get a business associate agreement in place, you should be fine. So I hope this helps to explain what the sales bridge is. This is just one feature that's in Chirply. There's a reason why Chirply is fairly expensive software, because there's lots of things that it can do. It can replace campaigns, and you've seen this. I've shown you that you can actually add emails to the campaigns, text messages to the campaigns. It can drop voicemails, and so on. So there's quite a bit of stuff that is possible. Now, if you want to get Chirply at a discount, right now we're discussing if we're going to remove the possibility to actually advertise any price that is not realistic. Then you should go and buy it right now, because you may not be able to buy it in a few weeks or maybe even days. So that's it. I hope this helps. I'm at 12 minutes right now, so I don't want to go too long. Go get it if you want to have your clients or your employees call their leads immediately and quit having them tell you that there's low quality leads.